Yesterday, Bruce woke up and said he wasn't feeling well. And I said, "What's the problem?" And he says, "I'm having problems urinating." I said, "Well, do you want to go to the doctor?" He said, "No, I don't want to go to a doctor." I said, "Well, make sure you drink plenty of water." The next morning, he woke up and he says, "I can't urinate at all now. Nothing is coming out." I said, "Well, your choice is over now. You have to either go to a doctor in a box or you need to go to the hospital." Well, he about blew me over when he said, "I want to go to the hospital." I said, "Okay, well, let's go." So we parked and walked until we found a policeman who happened to be a national park policeman. Told him we needed a hospital. And he said, "We've got two of them." And I said, "Which one do you prefer?" And he suggested this one. He says, "It's about a 10-minute drive away from here." He says, "It's good." So that's what we did. We went down there. We came into the emergency room. There was no one in the emergency room. They took us back to the examining room, and the doctor came in and he asked him what was going on, and he told him. He says, "Well, you don't look sick." He says, "No, but I do feel sick." He said, "Well, let us get some blood work. We'll find out what's wrong with you. We also will put a catheter in so that we can get rid of the urine, and we'll see what's going on." Well, an hour later, I heard the telephone ring in the doctor's office, and the doctor said, "Damn, he doesn't look that sick." And the next thing I know, they're yelling and screaming to get down to our room, get him on an IV. We're going to pump all kinds of antibiotics in him. I said, "Well, what's he got?" He said, "He's got E. coli. And if he had waited another day, you would have had to have the coroner out to the campground because he said he would have died. He's that sick." So they put him in the hospital. He was in for actually 4 days. They said if we had been from Hot Springs or a town close, they would have just had us go home. But since we were out on the road, they wanted to keep him another day if that was okay. And I said, "Look, I would feel so much better if you kept him another day because I cannot drive the van. Well, I can drive it. I'm not comfortable driving it." But they were very, very nice to us. They had them bring me trays for breakfast, lunch, and supper. Well, why not? Bruce wasn't eating it. He was semi-conscious for 2 days, and then he kind of rallied and was feeling quite a bit better. They also brought me in towels and soap and things so that I could take a shower in his room. I mean, he wasn't using the shower. And they just treated me like a princess. They introduced me to all of their security, and they were all going to be checking on me throughout the night because I was staying out in the parking lot. And they would walk me to my van at night, and I would go in and sleep. And then in the morning, I walked back. I stayed in front of the emergency room entrance because they said that was the best place for me because there's goings on all night long. They said it's a little noisy, but you'll be safe. And the fourth day, he felt really good, and they let us leave. Our decision was, however, to stay in the vicinity in the campground and see how he did and make sure that he was feeling better. And then we left and made a short day of it. And each day he got a little bit better. But it was scary because they told me, they said if you hadn't got in when you did, he would have died.
Please take a second to comment, subscribe, ring the bell to get notices of new videos, and please give a thumbs up.